Hey, everybody, and welcome to the SEAL Podcast, episode number 270 for May the 2nd, 2025. My name is Fraser. I'm joined on my left by Dave.
Hello.
And my right by Neil.
Hi.
I have moved my mic from PC to PC since the last show. So if my volume is off,
Sounds
I
all right.
just thought about that. I didn't check, so let me know. Hey, everybody, welcome to the show. Thanks for stopping by. Sorry we didn't have a show for you last week. That was Neil's fault, but we got through it. All right.
I was sat here sulking all night. That's all I can say. With no
As
friends.
per usual, Neil was ready there and waiting, professional, dedicated.
Probably half cut.
And Dave,
Of
I think
course.
Dave said you couldn't make it. I
He
can't.
was already working.
I was working. Yeah. I was working till like 10.
And actually, I was working that one, wasn't I? I was trying to clear my desk.
Not for
It
long.
was not working out for me.
You managed to get it
cleared
cleared very quickly, it looked like, to be fair.
I got it cleared. No, I mean, I got it cleared. I tried to get my desk cleared.
We could have
for
done the show
start
at
of
10 last week, put it that way. Basically, but we didn't.
That was not going to happen. No, I was in holiday mode.
Could have done.
So
Could have done.
We could have done. Yeah, we could have done it on the Saturday. There's lots of things we could have
Well,
done.
you were away, weren't you?
No, not till the Monday.
Oh,
And we'll come to that. Yeah. Anyway, sorry we didn't put a show out last week. Not that sorry, but whatever. I don't. Okay. Right. So yeah, a couple of weeks. Been some football stuff. I've been watching some Champions League.
Shit. Yeah. Oh, did you watch the good game?
Oh.
I watched
From the beginning
for this week. I didn't watch all of them.
I tuned into the Barcelona Inter game and it was all over by the shouting. I think by the time I tuned in, I was like, "Boo!" I looked at it, I went, "Oh, it's fucking 2-2. It's not even half time." Should have watched that. And
yeah.
Everyone's been going about how fucking great that game was. I was like, yeah, I didn't really watch it. Bollocks.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, entertaining, I guess, from what I saw.
So, as a neutral.
Yeah. As a neutral, yeah, it was all right. So, yeah, but fantasy. So lots of football. Oh, I guess there's tons of football, right, since we last spoke. So.
Yeah, Lord's in the chat, giving us shit, as usual.
What has he got to say?
He says, decided to turn up this week, have we?
Oh, yeah.
Must have missed the opening.
What about him? He decided to turn up. He's been missing in action.
He posted something in the Discord ready for us last week, which I haven't actually added to the show notes. So you have to go back to that. That was one of those would you rathers. Because it was a picture, so, you know.
Oh, picture. Come on, put some effort in.
I'm not sure what we're supposed to do. There's two
now we've
would you
slagged off
on there.
One of our only listeners.
Yeah, only one who's chatting anyway, live. We love Lord.
All right. Come on. Football. Let's go.
Oh, are we doing football? Oh. Well, there's a game going on at the moment, so the league's all fucked. I mean, I can show you the league, but there's no last week's points.
Only thing I can remember, I know Lewis did well. Your son did the best.
He was 100 points. He got 100 triple digits.
I think I got 96.
You matched Lewis, I think.
I had a stonker.
You were all on free hits. I did write my blog earlier, so I should remember some of it. But yeah, I did. Considering I didn't free hit, I did all right. I got 70 odd points, 70 something. That was quite. That was my plan all the way. It's right.
Yeah, this is the one that propelled me. Briefly before the Brentford game, I was in 20th spot. I catapulted myself up to 20th.
Yeah, it didn't go well.
An assist by Fleckin, I think, sorted Andy Cox back to jump ahead of me.
Outrageous.
And somebody else.
I got rid of Nathan Collins the other week as well. That was annoying.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I think I might have put Nico Williams in for him as well, which is even more annoying. But there you go.
And then Dave left you behind in my dust, didn't I, Davey boy?
Well, because it was a cup last week as well.
Stunk past me, yeah.
Yeah, and the beauty of the cup was I was playing Pilch, and I also leapfrogged, and I leapfrogged him in the fantasy normal fantasy table as well.
Look at you up to 22nd.
Yeah, boy.
Okay, you're.
I'm salvaging.
I'm a bit worried. You're 129
respect.
points behind me. You might catch me up.
I don't know. I don't know if I could keep that.
Any chips left?
No, I'm done.
I've got my triple captain still to go.
But I will say this in all, and this is a pat on my own back, right? Self-praise is no praise. I know that, right? But I do feel that this happens every season, right? There's a good way to I always feel like I get a decent push right at the end, right? With managing those double game weeks. I don't know why. I think that's a huge part of the game.
Do you really think you've done that well in the double game weeks? You did well on the last week, free hit week. when there was a
Yeah, I
blank
think so.
week.
I've been consistently above average, well above the average, and taking advantage of them.
Yeah, okay.
I certainly didn't do
If you say
a
so.
lot worse than other people. I know. I feel that's what I think. Like a good push, solid push
You
at
can
the
think
end, right?
You can think that. That's what they
You know,
say.
you
Good
look
solid push
behind you,
at the
mate.
end.
Yeah, there's plenty of points to be gained in these double game weeks if you farm them right.
There are no more
right?
double
That's
game
it.
weeks, it would appear.
Well, that's it then. Too late.
Because
You've missed the boat, people.
um,
If you didn't,
obviously the FA Cup semis were last week. Palace absolutely smashed Aston Villa. And I'm not sure there
Man
would have been
City beat
any
Forest, didn't
any
they?
double game weeks anyway. Yeah, Man City beat Forest. They put them in their place. And so it's a Man City Palace final, which is on the weekend of the 17th of May. There is just the cup final on that Saturday, and all the Premier League games are either on the Friday, Sunday, or Monday of that weekend. So they haven't completely ruined the FA Cup final by putting Premier League games on at the same time, like this semi-final weekend where they had Liverpool's...
Isn't it the first time that it's before the season ends?
Yeah,
Didn't it
I believe
used
so.
to be
Yeah, it's usually the curtain closer, I guess. What do you call that at the end of the season? Just like
I
not the
don't know,
curtain raiser.
bookend.
That's the other thing. Whatever you have at the
Bookends
end
the
of things.
season, doesn't it?
Yeah. Well, you can have bookends at both ends of the season, but you cannot have a curtain raiser at the end of the season for sure. I don't know what the equivalent of a curtain raiser is for the end. There you go.
Anyway,
I think
Anyway.
you're dicing around
Rambling
some
slightly.
dodgy.
that's it.
Yeah.
Dave, get your stick out and beat us, tap us on the butts to keep moving forward.
The end
yeah,
of the
right.
season, the last couple of games. That's
But
it.
yeah, usually
this
the
is
FA
why
Cup
we have a
final
2-hour podcast
is
instead of
the
instead of
final
a half-hour podcast.
domestic fixture of the season. Let's put it that way. But yeah, this season not so much.
So, have you got anything to tell us about the football?
Well, 8
Because if
teams.
not, that's not a
16 teams won
deal,
in the cup, and 16 teams.
What's the
didn't.
league looking like right now? Oh, is the
The
league
league
table
is
completely?
top 5. No, it still hasn't updated. Obviously, it's not top 4. Sorry, is 14 points covering the top 4, which is quite
So
close.
still all to play for up there.
Adam has come from nowhere, obviously, to 3rd at the moment. He's 8 points off top. So
It's almost like he knows how to take advantage of the double game weeks.
he's done all right lately, but he's got no chips left either. So I'm obviously going to triple captain someone. My double game week didn't go so well the other week. I can't remember.
You've got a triple captain chip left.
Oh yeah, I thought there might be a
So
double, but it's not. Not going to be one. So I could just play a random one in the final week of the season.
Salt. We couldn't find it. There it is.
Yeah.
I've got a bench boost, and that's it. That's my.
Yeah, so bench boosts are good for double game weeks as well, but there ain't going to be one.
That's nice, isn't it, Dave? Just shot that down in flames.
You can still do well. You can still do well on a double
do
bench
well.
boost with a single game week if you've got a good bench, but you need to give a good bench.
Yeah.
It's like some people
I need a
play a
good-
bench boost when they've got literally like 6 players not playing. I don't know why you thought your bench boost was a good week this week because you've got no one playing. But there we go.
Who's the captain's armband going? Oh, didn't Chipper have an absolute cracker as well?
She had the week
that was the
before,
week
wasn't it?
before. Yeah,
That was
yeah,
the
we
double
need to
game week
mention
one,
that.
wasn't it?
Yeah.
She was
Yeah,
top
that was-
score, got 116 or something crazy. wasn't it?
Yeah, that was noticed, Chipper, just to
Yeah.
let you know we were talking about it.
Um,
I think she had a shocker this week, though.
yeah, might have done. That's the Saka problem.
Yeah, I
You
haven't
got
got
Saka
rid
still?
of.
Oh, I've
I
kept him
have.
this weekend.
I've kept him.
You benched him.
I don't know. Did I keep him?
You got rid
I
of
can't
Salah and
remember.
Palmer, didn't you?
Yeah.
Which
I wasn't sure whether to put Salah in or not. I mean, it was last night I was doing tons of it. Was like
he said he's going to
is it-
rotate his squad for the last few games of the season. Slot, because now they've won the league.
it's thinky, isn't it? Right? You know, if I would imagine if Salah wants to go and play, he says, "Look, I want to play. I need to score more goals and whatever." But he's back for another season, so I don't know. Is he
Yeah,
breaking?
true.
Are there any more season records he could be going
He,
after?
I don't know, probably.
So yeah,
But he still
Salah-
hasn't matched his first season, has he? I don't think.
Yeah,
for
but I mean, does he
so-
give a shit? I mean, who knows?
I
about
don't know. He's
that, right?
getting paid well, so whatever.
Yeah, maybe like I would take the break, right? You know,
Yeah, maybe
then
you need to
Saka-
rest.
Saka, I wasn't sure.
I can't see him playing this weekend, honestly, but I'll put him on just in case he comes on and scores or something. I don't know.
He might be on my bench, you know.
Yeah, I've got Eze on the bench, first choice. Not another great one. Who knows? They've got
you know
their
what?
eyes on the FA Cup.
If only there was a way for me to check
How would you do that?
Oh yeah, I've kept him in.
In your
I don't know
11?
why. Yeah.
Yeah, I just couldn't take it out.
I think because he's a higher, if there's a
'Cause he's
high
higher
probability
value.
he doesn't play it. No, if he does, there's a high probability he won't, because he had the bit between his teeth midweek, right? From what I
He was
understand.
getting Larry apparently in midweek. He
Yeah.
was fuming.
So I wonder if Arsenal could be extremely dangerous. This could be I don't know.
Who knows? Only Mikel Arteta knows.
Yeah.
But yeah,
So,
it's becoming a bit difficult to get your like a good 11 out now. People like a lot of teams are like, fuck it, we're done. Basically, can't go anywhere. Can't get to Europe. We're not going to get relegated because all the 3 teams have been relegated already. So who knows who's going to play?
I have no idea.
It's difficult to tell now.
idea.
So, who have you got your armband on this week?
Marmouche.
He's not doing so well so far.
Yeah, but you know what? I mean, who do you throw it on?
Ryan Burmo, mate.
Isak?
Burmo at
Don't
home
know.
to fucking Man United. I brought him in. I took a -4 this week.
I don't know.
A few people have captained Burmo this week. I know that. Some was going, he's done it as well. All the ones I think he's moaning about. Lewis probably, Joel Reeves maybe, Kinzit. I think they've all captained Brian and Burmo. There we go.
Yeah, I mean he earns you points, that's for sure.
He didn't earn any last night against Forest, so yeah. Anyway,
Good result though.
what's for Brentford? Head-to-head wise, yeah, Mr. Kinzit has actually wrapped up the head-to-head league. He's finished. 15 points clear with only 12 points to get for the rest of the season. So he's won the head-to-head.
Nice one, Kinzit.
There's 3 people in second, effectively on 64, and then 2 people are further point behind 63. So it's pretty close. Other than David, he's smashed it in the head-to-head.
Nice. Congratulations,
Oh,
David.
actually, yeah. Before I think about it, the cup. I won't go to the cup quick. So, right, well, current fixtures this week. Christian is playing me, so we obviously got through last week. Lewis is playing Tim. Joel playing Will. Kev playing Gary. Phil playing Luciano. Andy playing Beautiful Spurs. Fraser, you're up against your old mate Banji. Thank you, Lord, for the sub.
Oh yeah.
And Adam is up against Mark. So, cup glory awaits somebody. There's no actual cup. No physical.
Oh, I didn't realise. So I won last week. My game.
Obviously, that's why you're in the next round of the cup.
Right.
You got 96 points. You'd have done well to lose. There's only one person who would have beaten you last week.
Yeah. You'd have been pretty done out.
You'd have been annoyed if you'd have played Adam in the cup. Put it that way.
I didn't even realise that was going on last week.
Yeah, so yeah. We had a nice 32. So it goes 32, 16, 8, 4, 2.
Nice.
Great. Perfect number of teams in the league for the cup. Anyway, next season we need 64. So we can have a week earlier cup. Anyway, that's not happening.
All right.
So am I
yeah.
out? Am I? I'm done.
Yeah, you're done in the cup, Dave, because you lost. That's how it works.
I was only 1 point off average.
Yeah, but you got beat by.
Who was he playing?
Who did you get beat by?
Angelo.
Oh, Angie.
Yeah. 10
I'll
points.
avenge you.
46 points, Dave. That was shit. 46.
Yeah, I didn't captain Salah. I
I didn't captain Salah either.
Kamara.
I wish I'd captain Cunha. Or well, there we go.
All right. Is that enough football?
Fucking more than enough football. Oh, well, actually,
All right.
final day of the championship tomorrow. All eyes on the bottom end of the championship tomorrow. 5 teams.
You're not in the relegation.
We're
now,
not in the
are you?
relegation zone, but we are one of the teams who could still go down. There's 5 teams that could still slip into this. Two definitely down. 1 spot left. 5 teams. There's 3 teams on 49 points, 1 on 48, and 1 on 50.
That's right. It's final game day tomorrow.
Yeah, 12:30.
Good luck.
Yeah, we need a. Well, we could do with a win, but we're away at West Brom. Last game of the home game for them. Obviously, they don't want to lose, but they can't get the playoffs. Nothing to play for. We've got to fucking win, basically. Yeah, who knows? We'll see.
All to play for. All right. Good luck. All right. Let's move on to some listener stuff. Lee Grigg says, "Hi there, guys. I've got a question for Fraser. as it heats up here in Spain, I often fantasize about living in a cooler country like Canada. Could you recommend an ideal place to live there? I was thinking of somewhere in British Columbia. What do you think? Also, how long have you been living there and how did you find it when you first moved there? Sorry if you've been asked this before. Regards, Lee. All right, I'll just try and go through. So I was born here, Lee. I moved over to England when I was 12. And so I lived in England from 12 till my 30s when I got married and then moved back with my wife. And then so I've been here about 20 years.
But your wife's from
My
Britain,
wife's,
wasn't she?
she's from Essex.
Essex
Essex
version,
girl. Yep.
I don't know what that means. Is that supposed to mean something?
There's always an Essex girl gag, isn't there?
I don't know. That was like the sort of new blonde gag, was it? For a while, was that Essex girl was like the equivalent of the blonde joke?
Yeah, I don't know. Well, yeah, that was always a thing. I always seem to be pretty commonplace. I don't know. Essex girls were the butt of jokes. No, anyway, okay. Yeah, what was this question? Could you recommend about living in a cooler country like Canada? Could you recommend an ideal place to live there? Cooler is one thing. This okay. The first thing you have to understand: Canada is massive. It's super, super, super big and wide.
Second biggest country by land area, isn't it?
Yeah, I think we're after
longest
Russia,
coastline in the world, I believe.
Longest undisputed coastline, isn't it? Something like that. I don't know. Anyway, whatever. So if you don't like it's one thing, like basically, let me just tell you, the winter here nearly broke me this year. Just fucking way too long, right? It went on, and it was a deep winter and loads of snow, which was awesome. But seriously, like up to about by the time February, March was here, I was just done with it. Like, and
I've fuck off now, winter, please.
Yeah, really. And I mean it, so if you're in this area, which is Ontario, sort of in the right of center, it can be pretty brutal. And then we have lovely summers. And,
so is that,
and spring, we have all the seasons.
Which one's the horizontal lines? Latitude, is it?
I think so.
Yeah. So what are you sort of north of us still? Because
I think we're about the same.
Yeah.
We're about the same, but I mean, it's so like it doesn't follow suit that we're this.
We're surrounded by water.
It feels like we follow you. We follow you in some way in weather patterns, but in other ways we don't at all.
Yeah, I think because we've got a lot of water around us, that sort of prevents the freeze.
Yeah, you have the Gulf Stream and all that sort of stuff, right? If you were to go out to the east, you get far more what I would call British weather out east. When you go into the maritime provinces, you get it's a lot rainier, it's a lot milder, but then they still have brutal winters and all that sort of stuff. And I would recommend, like Lee says, there's somewhere like British Columbia. I would recommend that probably. As far as I understand, British Columbia is a lot more mild.
It doesn't get super hot.
I think they probably have the nice hot
or super cold.
Summers. But I don't think the winters are quite as brutal.
So where's British Columbia?
What I was going to say, Fraser, what you say when you had a deep winter, what a lot of people don't realize is it's like -20 at points. Your winters. It's like it's not just cold; it's like absolutely fucking Arctic.
Go and stand in your take everything out of your freezer, and then go and stand in your big freezer for like 2 minutes. That's the temperature.
Yeah, sometimes it can get really, really cold. Yeah, you just get. I mean, they're nice winters, right? And you can beautiful winter days, and you
get nice sunny days.
There's lots of things. Yeah, absolutely beautiful winter days. Don't get me wrong. Like it's not
crisp.
After 5 to 6 months of it becomes a little bit wearing. So. But
and then you also get the heat as well. You also get the nice hot. Wow, hot. Is it humid hot or is it dry hot?
Well, right, like we're switchy now, right? It's spring weather. It's been beautiful. It could have been in a t-shirt all day. We've been driving around all day. It's been lovely, right?
I've got my shorts on again.
Oh, there you go, lovely. So anyway, Lee, look, I don't know whether that answers the question. Just gives you a little bit of background on me as well. But there you go.
Spain, everywhere in the summer in Europe, like my son's we've been like going on about holidays, and everywhere my son keeps going, I want to go abroad. I want to go abroad. I'm like, you do realise it's going to be incredibly hot when we go abroad in like July. Because obviously the average temperatures are basically bullshit now. But it's like, it's only the average temperature is only 27. I was like, yeah, well, the last 5 years it's been like 37. Right. So that average is bollocks. But obviously if it's eczema, heat is not good. It kicks it off big
Right.
time. And I'm like, and then it's like, where do you want to go then? Don't know. We're like, well, you're the only one who actually wants to go abroad, so you better fucking come up with somewhere. And obviously, it's going to be hot, probably.
Yeah.
But yeah, and now it's just like
But
I said,
you
the
can
last
go
few
somewhere
years, it's
like,
mental. It's mental how hot it gets now on the continent.
Yeah. But I mean, you could put yourself somewhere in like mainland France or whatever, and just
Still
be
gets
like,
hot.
yeah, I guess.
And there's
Not
no
like the
escape
coast,
in the. So when you're in the like, so my wife's like, well, we could go to Germany. I was like, it gets fucking hot in Germany. The whole place was on fire a couple of years ago. And it's like there's no relief because it's like when you're by the coast, hopefully you might occasionally get some onshore breeze from the sea,
Yeah.
which might take the edge off a bit. But
Yeah,
it's
you could
just
stay somewhere with a
mental
pool.
hot everywhere now.
All right.
Or you can go somewhere like, I don't know, Middle East,
Norway.
and it's all air-conned anyway.
Yeah, but
So
not
it is,
outside.
yes, yeah,
At the beach.
fucking
The
hot.
beach is
It's the
aircon.
complete opposite of Canada.
Yeah, but you don't
you
go
go to the Middle
outside.
East.
You like it's.
Well, why'd you
go
fucking
outside
go all
for,
that
like-
way to not go outside?
Wait, well, that's it. You
I can say
go,
it. I just look at it on the
Pretty
telly.
much. You go outside like in the morning and the evening when it is cooler, and in the day you either having a siesta or
I ain't
you,
too fussed about Middle East, honestly. Can't drink.
yeah,
Probably
Egypt,
can, but it's probably
Egypt,
cost a shitload of
or
money.
Marrakesh, Morocco.
Morocco's not
Yeah.
Middle East.
Mm,
Last time I
No.
checked.
That's Northern Africa, isn't it?
Yeah.
That's Mediterranean.
Yeah.
But the other side.
yeah. Algeria, that's nice.
Is it?
Croatia? Croatia's not really Middle East.
That's
More
definitely not Middle East.
Eastern Europe. Yeah.
Supposed to be nice, Croatia, though. It's a bit like Italy,
Yeah.
isn't it? Because it's quite
Yeah, I was
right
speaking
next
to
to
somebody
Italy.
the other day here. A lot of people talking about going to Croatia.
Bulgaria. That's another one that's near there. People going on about. Yeah. I ain't going anyway. I think we're going to
All right.
Cornwall.
Before we name every country there is, let's move on.
Including Cornwall. Obviously, that's a no country. That's another country.
But what it's good.
Who's
Headlights
this?
of it, yeah.
Who's the courier who's put
I don't
something
know.
here? Is
It's
this
mysterious, isn't it?
Oh, how mysterious it is. The courier says, what's the most unexpected game you've played this year that completely hooked you, and why do you think it clicked so well? Neil, you'd probably be best placed to answer this. And you,
Yeah.
Dave. You guys play games.
Well, I'd never heard of Blueprints, and then put loads of hours into that. And so I guess that's probably the pick for me.
Yeah.
It's this year's Balatro, but obviously not as many people playing it. Why was it? What was it? Why does it get my hooks into me?
Why do you think it clicked so
Why
well?
do I think it clicked so well? Well, it's my kind of jam. That was the thing for me with that game.
It's your jam right
It's
now.
the
this,
puzzles,
isn't it?
the puzzly thing, the puzzly aspect, and the
Yeah.
sort of. It's not all it seems on the surface. There's other things to like. There's always something else you haven't potentially noticed that's going on. And you're like, oh,
Hidden
yeah.
depth.
Yeah, that's what I like. I like things that reveal themselves gradually, but have been there all the time that you just haven't noticed them. Things like that. That's what I like. That was my jam. So that's my
Dave?
choice.
I think X4 was the biggest game that I've been playing, or you know, hooked me this year so far. In that I picked it up. I know those kind of games, you know, sci-fi, space building is my game. But I jumped on it. I was like, oh, you know, I'll see how it goes. And yeah, like about 150 hours later, I was, you know.
I haven't done that many
It
hours
got
in
me.
Blueprints.
No, I did in X4. So yeah, I think I knew it was gonna do.
Did you not played that before though? You played that before.
I had for a little bit, but I hadn't really got into it. And it was only there was a big update, how it changed a lot of the flight model, and how it felt flying around. So after that, I actually got into it. I didn't like it before. So yeah.
Go on then, Fraser.
Go on, Fraser.
I've got. Oh, who me? What? I don't have one. I don't think that I can think of. What have I?
What have you been
What have I
playing on the
played
Apple TV? Lorelei.
Lots of Lorelei on that, but I don't think it was unexpected. I sort of knew I'd been primed for that for a while by you. You know, probably Resident. Was it this year? Did I play Resident Evil Village, or was that last year?
No, I think
Resident
that was
Evil
last year.
4.
Feel like
Maybe
they
it
were
was
both
Resident
last
Evil.
year.
I think maybe it was Resident. Was that last year?
I think so.
I don't know.
It's
Lame.
only May, and you've played a lot of Hunt Showdown.
I was taking that as like a year from now, not just this year.
That's
I'd
right.
say.
Yeah, thanks.
Within
Nick.
this, within the
Thanks,
Within the
Nick.
last
yeah.
2.5 years.
I think I will say.
Balatro?
I think. Yeah. Well, no, Balatro was definitely before that, wasn't it? That was over a year ago now. Yeah, I don't know. For breaking the rules, probably one of the Resident Evils, Village or 4. Village surprised me how much it had gone.
That's
I didn't expect to. I didn't
the first
expect to
person
enjoy
one,
it as
so.
much as I thought it would. I just wanted to try it.
Because you didn't get on with 7, did you?
I didn't really like 7 that much.
Yeah, and that's like the only other one that was first person. So
yeah. And then actually how good 4 was. I remember it was just back to back Resident Evil, just greatness.
so is that still on sale? Because I was looking at that the other day. It was half price.
It's so good. It is so good.
I'd like 2 a lot. The 2 remake. I haven't played 3. So
yeah, don't worry about 3.
No.
I had a question on. So that. Thank you, the courier, for that. I had a question here. What is that? I don't know. I was sitting there thinking the other day. I was like, I'd like to ask this question. Like, what's the best sporting event you've ever been to? Because I was sitting there thinking about it. I think watching some football games or whatever. And I remembered. I think honestly, I think the best sporting event I've ever been to was Toronto FC when they scored their first goal. We were just in a great supporter section. The crowd was up for it. You could drink in the crowd. The place they'd sold out every. This was their first season, and they hadn't.
Was this like a franchise thing, like your founding season? Yeah.
So this was the first year in 2006, and they hadn't, and they built the team, and then they sold out all the. I don't think anybody had any inkling how popular it was going to be, and basically, it tapped in. The city is just full of different nationalities, and everybody loves football, right? And it just brought out
apart from the Yanks.
And well, we
were
going to play the Yanks a lot, so that was okay. But yeah, it was just mental, and the crowd was more like a proper tifo crowd, right? Organized, chants.
Yeah.
We were in a section. Our section was called Section 111, and we had like guys making pin badges and
Section
hats
111 sounds like you could have that's like an ultras name or something.
Yeah, they had like the
Toronto Ultras.
The Toronto FC Ultras they were in the other section across from us. We would be chanting back and forth to each other and stuff like that. We had all this French chants you do back and forth. Everyone was fucking pissed as fuck, and you could drink in the stands, right? So it was just
imagine that.
And
what? No one was killing each other.
And it was completely good natured and an absolute barrel of fun. Like it was just. And anyway, on the I think it was like I don't think it was the first home game, but it was the first home game where they hadn't scored yet. Anyway, they had every time you went to the match, they'd give away things too. So they gave away seat cushions this match. So everybody had a Toronto FC seat cushion they could sit down on. And fucking
they get all lobbed on the pitch.
Danny Dicchio. I'll have to dig out the video of it. But Danny Dicchio scored, and fucking just 30,000 seat cushions just got thrown onto the pitch. It's just everyone going
absolutely mental. Whatever. If someone gives you something that's not yours at a football stadium, it's like, well, I know where this is fucking going at some point.
Yeah. It was just great, man. It was just such a laugh. And I'll tell you why I was reminded of that, because they were talking about the Arsenal tifo against
what the
PSG.
fucking pound? I didn't see it, but apparently it was a bit of a shambles.
Yeah, well, they said that it's interesting. They said the difference, that the Arsenal crowd tends to be reactionary, right? So if the team is doing well, then the fans start to get a little bit more animated and they're happy. Whereas with the PSG, the fans are just going fucking mental all the time, right?
There's a section that's obviously doing that. No matter what, like they have a lot of clubs, European ones, have these ultra fans, and they're just fucking mental, and they just don't shut up no matter what's happening.
Yeah,
they could be getting smashed 18-0, but they're still going.
And that seems to be less the case here, right?
Yeah, definitely. You wouldn't be fucking sitting around if you get smashed. Yeah. So, I wouldn't be sitting around if your team's getting smashed 18.
The point is, it reminded me of Toronto. That I was just thinking about that, and then I was reminded of that match, wistfully thinking back those many years ago. So yeah, it was a question I wanted to ask. Dave, you got a
can't
favourite sporting
remember,
event?
I went to see the Cobblers at Wembley in the old stadium.
No. Oh, really? That's a long time ago now.
Yeah. With my dad.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Did you
I
win?
was. Yes, we did.
Was that
It was
playoffs
a
then?
promotion
That
game.
must have been the
Yes.
playoffs, yeah.
Yeah. What was a final from? I think it was second division to the first, or it's something. Basically, we hadn't gone up a division for ages, and we got into the final of the playoffs, and Cobblers scored after a free, like a 90th minute free kick. It was taken, and then the referee put it back because the players charged them too early, and then they scored. I was only like 14 or 15, but I remember it for the day of being with my dad,
Only.
and
You're
you know,
practically a man at that point.
it was wow, yeah, but you know, it was, yeah, it was more the day out,
Yeah,
and
of course.
yeah, everything. But yeah, I've been to a few other games and stuff, but I don't know. It, as you say, it depends on the atmosphere and the crowd. I've been to a couple of Cobblers games where they've won, but the crowd's been shit. And then I've been to a few games that have been actually really good games, but we've lost in the end. But it was still a really good atmosphere. So I don't know. I don't think it's the games that I go there to watch to be there. I'll be there with the crowd and the experience.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, but that's.
I thought you would have said Formula, one of the bike races you've been to, bike meets. Or something
yeah, I've been to bike races and
Formula One
and
stuff like that.
Yeah, yeah. Been to a couple of Formula One. So
You don't
no,
chant
good.
at Formula One though, do you usually?
No,
Yeah,
Not quite the same.
No, it's the crowd mentality, and you know, when
someone comes at the start, everyone's going ooh.
What about you, Neil? You got a is it?
I can't remember
memory?
being to a game that has a great atmosphere since there's not been standing at the fucking football. So that was probably the last time I really went, and was. I mean, I should have gone last week. Apparently, was it last week? We scored really late, and it was fucking bedlam apparently. And it's like that's the kind of shit that I remember when. I've not been to many over the years because I used to work most Saturdays anyway. But a couple of the nights under the lights, few beers in, and we win. Like that was a cup run in whatever fucking year that was, Scotty Oaks and all that. I can't remember. It's fucking 90s, and they were still standing behind the goal, and that's where we'd go, me and my mates. When you win like those nights, you're fucking hammered, and it's just absolute bedlam when you score. Because like, there's just like you don't get that shit anymore now. Because there's a group of like several thousand people in this standing, and they're all like spread out. But when there's a goal, that amount of people just seems to suddenly compress into a space about quarter of what it should be, and there's just all this empty space behind them, and everyone's just fucking yeah. That was pretty cool. Yeah. But yeah, it's been a long time since that happened. That's like 90s, so it's like 30 years probably. So it's not quite. Every time I go now, it's a bit like this is a bit crap. Sitting down, bit boring.
Yeah. I know Chipper said she had. What did anybody look at the one that she
baseball?
Sent?
Mets.
The Mets went to the World Series.
No, that wasn't them. I don't think that's when she went.
When was it? 2015. 2020. Yeah, I didn't watch the video yet. I didn't have a chance. So yeah, that's cool. Yeah. Anyway, so that's just what I was dwelling on.
When we saw Chipper, she was watching baseball in London, wasn't she?
Yeah.
Yes, she was. Mets fan.
Is that at the West Ham Stadium?
Was that?
I think it might have been. But that's the last time anything interesting happened there.
Hey.
They do good concerts there.
Do they?
Yeah.
Sporting events been pretty bad the last 12 months or so.
Yeah. All right. MS Rangers says Evening Seals, with the disappointment of hearing GTA 6 has been delayed until May 2026. Do you think that they might release a new trailer soon to compensate for the news of this delay? They released their only trailer on December 23rd, nearly 1.5 years ago. Oh, so not the last December 23rd, the one before.
December 23rd.
That's just crazy.
Yeah, I guess.
Oh, sorry, December 2023. Yep, I got it. Yeah, that's just crazy to have not seen anything else from them, especially as they told their shareholders the game was coming out still in 2025. I'm
This news broke today. I don't know if you've.
yeah,
heard this.
I think I saw it and didn't really pay it much attention. I'm not.
I
I don't
honestly
sort
don't
of
care.
Yeah, sorry, Mark. Oh, we're bad people, but yeah, we're not
Well, I guess we'll
GTA
see a
players,
flurry
sorry.
of games coming out in September, October, November now that were going to get delayed. But now, okay,
Yeah,
there's this
yeah,
huge
yeah.
window of opportunity for put a game out now.
I guess we're the minority of people who aren't really into it. But
I play the games when they come out. But
have you finished them?
Yeah,
I finished 4. I didn't finish 5. I've got 5 on 3 different platforms, and I've never finished it. Started it so many times. It's just fucking dull as fuck.
Yeah, they get that way. No, I finished all of them. I think pretty sure. The only one I didn't like was what's his? So I like Vice City, San Andreas.
Yeah, Vice City was good.
But yeah,
San Andreas was then 4, wasn't it?
San Andreas was before.
Yeah, but 4 was the one after San Andreas, surely.
4. That was the one that I didn't like because.
What's his name? Nico Belloc.
Nico, yeah.
Yeah, I like 4.
Shot
a lot of fucking pigeons in that game, I can tell you. 100 is how many I fucking shot.
Say, yeah,
one of them motherfuckers took me a long time to find as well.
They're making it good, so
are they?
Really complain
I don't think it's going to be good. I think it's going to suck.
I think they went. I think they thought, shit, we're going to release this for £100. £100.
Going to be shit. They can't. Nothing can. They can't GTA anything. The real world is more fucking batshit than GTA. So who gives a fuck about GTA anymore?
It'll almost be a parody, right?
You can't parody anything that's already been parodied in real life.
It is running into the prospect of being like people not caring. Soon.
It's been 12 years since GTA 5. I saw something like that.
Yeah, it'll be 13 years next year. Yeah. Like,
I don't think that matters too much, though. I mean, if it's
doesn't matter to them.
My point is, I mean, those games, they do stand on their own merit, right? I don't think they rely so much on fandom. I mean, there's a lot of fandom that's going to help push them off. Obviously people are excited or whatever, and there is a lot of fandom, but it's not like a fast movie. Like, don't get me wrong. I think if Assassin's Creed had a 12-year hiatus, no one would give a shit about Assassin's Creed when it came back.
Right? I think they would.
I think they're continually driven by a lot of loyal fan loyalty.
Who? Assassin's Creed.
Are they that great? Are they?
Everyone loves this new one.
They've had some stinkers in there, though, haven't they?
Oh yeah, because yeah.
And just by the time everyone's got, this is shit, they go, well, don't worry, here comes another one. Here's one that we made good. Whereas I think GTA 6 is going to be just one beast of a game, right? It's going to.
How much is that going to cost when it comes out? $150? Is that how much games are going to be by May 26? Because they just go up about a tenner every month now, it seems.
Can they justify it?
Well, they could probably fucking try to. I won't be buying it.
Yeah, and the fact that they're still making money from these shark
and
deals.
People having to buy the game again because they get banned for cheating.
Oh, is it?
I swear that's the only reason. That game has sold so many copies. It must be because people just get banned for cheating and they just fucking buy another copy on the new account.
I mean, it's interesting when he's saying that there's no trailers or anything. I mean, is that sort of? Do you think they're just too scared of over-promising?
Their trailer was just copying things that had happened in real life, wasn't it?
I don't know.
It was basically
just a question. I'm just asking a
mimicking
question
stuff that had actually happened. I was like,
Do you think though that they're of the opinion we really don't? It doesn't matter what we put out. If we put shit out, all it's going to do is just cost us money, right? Fuck it. We're going to sell 1 billion of these anyway. If we put out a trailer, it's going to cost us $200,000-$400,000. Why the fuck? Why would we even bother? We don't need to. I mean, that's honestly the conceit, the arrogance of.
I didn't read to see why they'd actually delayed it.
I would imagine is well founded, right? If they have that sort of arrogant attitude, we don't need to do this. I think that's great, right? If you don't need to do it, why fucking waste the money doing it?
They know it's going to sell.
There's
mugs out there.
Yeah. Anyway, I hope, Mark, I hope it lived up to your expectations and you get it sooner rather than later. No more delays.
Well, May 26th.
Ooh, another year.
A whole year from now. That's mental. It's supposed to come out in 6 months, basically, isn't it, I think.
Yeah.
So, Borderlands 4. It's all about Borderlands 4 now. It's got like a
Yes.
great big space to walk straight into now. Hopefully something else comes out.
There's 2 links there from Chipper. Do we know what those are before I
I
click
do.
them?
Yeah, they're fine. They're Blue Sky links.
What
I've
are
seen
they?
them. There's one that's like a dog related one.
Oh yeah, I saw that one. It's a big mess. I don't know what. It's a kind of flower. I think it was.
How come my
I think it might be baby milk. It looks like baby milk to me.
Is it?
Okay, I think we need to come back to that one. Oh, it's off. Oh, it's off. We have. Oh, okay. So we have a Blue Sky account. Okay.
Yes.
All right.
You can have
Thank
the
you very
login
much,
details
everyone.
if you like.
Yeah, I'll take a look at that in a bit. All right. Thanks very much, everyone. Let's move on then to what we've been doing. Go on, Neil. You run through yours.
Oh, what have I been doing? What did I write? Oh, yeah. I've been running and walking a lot. The last.
Oh yeah, of course, because you said you were going to be walking to work.
I've walked to work today and yesterday.
Do you run back
Monday?
From work?
I don't run back from work.
Like a school kid.
No. I take the long way round. Yeah, I've walked to work a few times. I've walked home quite a few times, and I've went several runs. As in several, I mean 3 times I've gone for a run, maybe 4. And first run, actually, yeah, I've done 4. First one, I was doing repeats of 400 meters. So I'd run for 400 meters, and then I'd walk for 400 meters. Found a nice spot up the hill. I walk up the hill, and there's a good 800 meter stretch where it's quite flat. So I'd go up there one day, 400 run, 400 walk, 400 run, 400 walk. Did that 6 times. So I ran effectively for 2.4k. Was all right. That's quite good. Not in one go, obviously. And then did that twice. Went somewhere else the second time. That was less convenient. It was like a 600 meter stretch. It was not. I'm not happy about this. It was fucking up my rhythms and like couldn't get a nice stretch. So
I find a tuned athlete like you can't have.
I'd have to go back to the other place to do the 400 meters if I'm doing that again. But maybe it won't be 400 meters next time, because twice now since then I just went for a non-stop run to see as far as I could run, and it was downhill. But I ran 2.3 kilometers without stopping the other day.
Nice.
And I was like,
let's go.
That's a lot further than I've ever run for a long fucking time.
No headaches?
Like I say, no headaches. Good. It was all downhill largely. It wasn't all downhill. It was a bit of but the general gist of it was downhill. But yeah, there was a few little bumps and stuff in the way.
I think matters if it's up or downhill. It's like anything that.
Oh, it definitely matters. It's a lot harder running uphill than it is down.
I don't know. Downhill does stretch your calf a bit.
No, yeah, but running uphill is definitely it's not like a fucking 50-degree incline or anything. It's like a gradual slope down. But yeah, running uphill, you definitely notice it a lot more.
Well, that's good that you've been doing that.
And then I ran the other last time. I was like, I'm going to try and beat 2.3, and I got to 1.3, and I was absolutely fucking creamed. I was like, it was only 2 days after my other run. I was been worked for a full day before, and I was just like absolutely shattered. I was like, fuck. So then I just walked for a bit and then ran. And walked and ran and walked and ran. And so I did do about 3 odd K running still, but it was like a bit of stops and starts. So I've lost 1 kilo in a week as well.
Fucking hell.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. But I did eat a massive kebab earlier, so.
You put it all back on.
It was chicken, though. Chicken and salad, and there wasn't a load of shit in there either. It was just chicken and salad.
Yeah, but was it 1 kilo worth of kebab?
No. So hopefully I'm going to keep at it, and I'm supposed
it's
to go
easy
for a
to
run
do when
tomorrow.
it's nice and when it's nice.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I like. My wife joined the gym, inverted commas. It's like a health club, so it's got a spa and a swimming pool. It's lots of money a month. So, but yeah, maybe that needs to be an option, because when the weather's properly shit in the winter, it's like, do I really want to go for a run when it's fucking like -3 or whatever, and it's windy?
No, that's when you curl up inside and feast
Get
on
fat.
nuts and things like that and get fat. Yeah.
Yeah, I want to. I've done my measurements and stuff, and it says I sort of read something. I don't know if people know. Your waist is supposed to be less than half your height to be healthy. Mine's not. I was like, that doesn't look that big, but apparently it is quite big. So, yeah,
I don't think mine is though.
What? You must be.
Oh, I think it's bang on actually. Now I think about it. So I'm 5'8", and I'm sure my waist is somewhere between 32 and 34.
That's
right
well
now,
less. That's loads less then.
Closer.
Yeah.
Well, 5'12" is.
5'12" is
6
foot.
5'8" is 5'5".
68.
68, which is 34 twice.
Yeah.
Close.
Yeah.
Oh, good for you. Keep it up.
So I need to lose about 10 kilos to get my BMI back under 25. It's like, fucking hell, that's a lot. But, chipping away at it, I guess. Kilo a week. It's only 10 weeks.
Every great journey starts with one step, Neil.
Indeed. So I'm feeling better anyway.
Good.
And as long as I don't get headaches while I'm running, I'll keep doing it.
Good.
If I get headaches, I'm straight back to the doctor and go, fucking, give me some tablets, you motherfucker.
Yeah, I had a little bit of a swim and felt
amazing. How's your
amazing.
eye now? Like, you said you haven't had any issues with your eyes recently, have you?
My eyes? Well, I had them since I had them all lasered and everything. No, they're all good. I'll have another appointment. I had them. Last appointment was all pressures were all fine.
Right.
So, well, for me,
I didn't know if that was. I didn't know if that was like blood pressure related or.
No, it's not blood pressure, but you can, if you don't breathe while you're having your eyes pressures tested, it does fuck it up. So yeah, like when it's like, can you make sure you're breathing? I'm like, I'm trying. Oh yeah, I keep forgetting. I'm like, you're just pushing this thing straight in my eye, and I'm getting a bit tense about it.
Yeah.
But yeah, when they do it at the actual hospital, they don't do it with this big, massive machine. It's a lot easier to stay quite relaxed. It does a thing on your eye, like a little pen or whatever.
Yeah. So you've been exercising your brain as well, have you?
Yes. Well, I say that. We went to a quiz. We had to leave before we knew. We knew we hadn't won, but we didn't know who won because we had to leave because Taxi was there. So, but we didn't win. It was another fun quiz. And the specialist round at the boot was the pubs of Leighton Buzzard. And we've talked about this, but you get a joker, or you get double points. And turns out we should have played the joker on the pubs of the Leighton Buzzard round because we got every single one right. The pubs of Leighton Buzzard. Imagine that.
I can't. I'm shocked, I tell you.
Yeah, but there we go. He just basically read out a little bit of description from clubs' websites, and we had to guess the pub from the description. Oh. They'd obviously written themselves. Let's just say some pubs are not very honest about that. But we still managed to get them.
There's the local knowledge advantage, then there's the local pisshead knowledge advantage.
Yes. Yeah.
Nice.
Mint Safe just popping in says, hello, evening fellas, bank holiday, beers.
Nice.
I'm going to try not to have so many beers, but.
Right. Shall I go next? I was away. We went, my wife and I went to Montreal. We were going to take the train because it's quite the journey. And I thought, oh yeah, that'll be nice. We just sit back, let the train take the strain. But then we got to get to Toronto. So you got to figure out how to get there. And that starts piling on hours. And we're just like, fuck it, we'll just get in the car and we'll just drive it 6 hours. So we did that. We got in the car on Monday. We drove. We got to Brockville, which is about 2 hours, 3 hours away. And then we got a blowout on the highway.
Oh, no.
Yep. Blowout on the back tire. My wife handled it like an absolute champ. It blew, and I knew straight away. We just hit a pothole and it had blown the tire. And so I just told my wife pull over. She handled it like a champ. And
she was driving, was she?
She was driving, yeah,
right.
Yeah. And of course she was, Dave. And
her car.
She handled it's her car too. Yeah, no, she was doing a stint on the driving, sharing the driving, which was nice. But yeah, so we got pulled over. it's bizarre, right? Because I was at my mechanics the other day getting the wheels changed over, and I was like, oh, why are you lifting up so deep? Like he put his things underneath the car really deep to lift it up on the stand, right? Not like on the edge of like this under the sill, like you would in our car, right? And he was like, yeah, it's not built the same. It's built more like a truck on a chassis and all this sort of, so you got to go deeper under. And I say, well, what about changing tires then? Where do I, whatever? He's like, dude, if you lose a tire on this, fucking just call the AA, right? Be done with it. I'm like, oh, okay. So, of course, we blow the tire. Two or 3 days later, there goes the tire, right, that I was expecting to blow because I'm psychic. And, yeah, we call them and they go, yeah, well, we'll send a truck out. Then they're going to have to tow you off the highway before you can change your tire. I'm like, oh, crap. And anyway, and if he has to drive you too far, this is Canada, by the way, and he has to drive you too far, we're going to start charging you per kilometer and all that. Oh, it's just like, oh my God, this isn't getting any better. Anyway, he turned up, my spare was flat, even though I'd had it inflated a few days earlier. So he filled, so we weren't going far on it. And anyway, that's doesn't have no real bearing. But anyway, so we had to basically get somewhere and we weren't far. He took us off the highway, dropped us off at a Midas, which is a tire place or whatever. And they looked after us. I mean, but they didn't have tires. There are no tires in town for my wife's car. So they had to be ordered and brought in the morning. So we had to stay overnight at this little place in whatever. So we missed the first night of our holiday as we were staying in this, wherever it was, Brockville. It was all right, I guess. You know, they were very friendly. Everyone looked after us, but I mean,
didn't get murdered at least.
It wasn't like a dusk till dawn place.
No, it wasn't. No. You know, at first I was just, I mean, it fucking cost me $1,600 for a set of tires, right? That was just like here you go. Welcome to your days away, right? First of all, you don't get the first day away, but here you can have a fucking massive bill for replacement tires. So anyway, that was a bit of a pisser. But anyway, we got there. We stayed over, whatever. It was fine. We went to Montreal. We had a couple of days in Montreal. We didn't have the 3 days in Montreal I was hoping for, but a couple of days.
It's Montreal French. It sounds like it should be French.
Yeah, very French. Yeah. Yeah, a lot of history in Montreal. A lot of cathedrals. For some reason, my wife is really into cathedrals and churches. We must have seen like 3 or 4 of those. I went and looked at some architecture I wanted to see when I was there. And then everything else was interesting. Lots of walking around and lots of drinking coffees and eating whatever we wanted.
They legal over there, are they? That part of Canada.
Sorry?
Is it legal over there?
Nope.
It's what legal?
So
you know,
so Neil's asking if you can buy the weed
can
over
you still
there.
buy weed and shit over there?
Oh yeah, there was a weed shop.
So he was okay then.
Yeah, I was fine. Yeah, it was good. Yeah, we ate some
good food.
We
went to the coffee shop, like an Amsterdam coffee shop.
Oh no, no proper coffee shops. Just lots of coffee, right? You know, just drinking some nice coffees and eating good food, and yeah, it was just one of those breaks. So it was all right.
What did you say to no kids? No kids, Dave. You said, wasn't it?
Yeah, no kids. Kids are at home, were they?
Kids were at home looking after the dog. They did a sterling job, so that was great.
House is still standing.
Yeah, house is still standing. Actually, it was very clean and tidy. I got to give my daughter a massive thumbs up. She did well. So yeah, that was it. And then got back yesterday. Then today, I said to my son, "Look, I'm not, obviously I'm not working today. So if you want, get up, and then we'll go for a big
donuts in the car park."
Yeah, well, he wants to put miles on, right? All he wants to do is drive. That's all he wants to do. So I'm like, come on, then we'll go. Put some gas in the car and we'll go. So we drove out to.
You let him drive your car?
Yeah, so we drove probably about an hour out.
Imagine trying to drive one of them things when you're like never driven a car. It's a bit of a step up from the fucking Nova that I don't know to drive in.
Dude, same for me. He loves it. He got a smile on his face all the time. But yeah, we drove out. We drove out to. There's an Indian reservation. Did we have this conversation already? Didn't we?
We started to have this conversation, and we started.
I think I can call it Indian reservation. I know I will. An indigenous reservation. Anyway, I shockingly should know the correct way, but it changes. It feels like it changes all the time. But yeah, so we went out that way because I just wanted to go and see. I wanted somewhere to go. I just needed a place to focus on to go take him driving. So this place was an hour out in the country. We could do country all the way there. So we went there, had lunch. Great lunch. We had a great lunch. And
Indian, was it?
Oh yeah. We had roast beef sandwich covered in gravy with mashed potatoes and vegetables. Yeah,
roast beef sandwich covered in gravy.
Yeah, it was worthy. You would have liked it a lot.
I'm sure I would have done. Sounds a bit weird. Though.
And as we were driving there,
do you need the bread? Do you need the bread? Not sure you need the bread.
But anyway, so check this out. So as we're driving there, I'm like, what the fuck is it? Because I'm constantly scanning the road, right? Basically scanning for potholes. Right now, I've got a big fat love letter in my pocket from the other one. And I'm looking up ahead. I'm like, something's moving on the road up there. I couldn't see what it was. And I was like, it's too slow for a squirrel, but maybe it's a squirrel that's been hit by a car or whatever, is in its death throes. And as we come up close to it, I realize it's a turtle. And I'm like, Stan, stop the car, stop the car.
A turtle?
Yeah.
Or a tortoise?
Or a tortoise.
No, a turtle.
A fucking turtle?
Yeah.
Aren't they supposed to be in the water?
Yes. Anyway, so I said, Stan, stop the car. We got to get him off the road, right? You don't want him to get squished, right? So he pulls up, backs up, and then there's no cars coming. Well, I see there's cars coming, but not for a while because we're on one of these big, long North American roads, right? And so we back up.
Triangle out.
No, it's like, so I just got to the turtle before the cars arrived, so that was good. So they could see me and they slowed down. Anyway, it's fucking snapper, wasn't it? That's how I know it was a turtle, because it was a snapping turtle. So I go up to pick him up and he turns around, he's hissing at me. I'm like, you fuck. They're absolutely
Get off the fucking road, you twats.
Sons of bitches. And then I'm like, how am I going to get him off? And I was like, they really didn't want to grab him. And I don't know how much they can. I think they can. I think you can pick them up by the shell and you're okay. But I also know that
if you don't off and like take it off.
They do have quite stretchy necks. Yeah. So I was quite aware of the fact that if I pick this fucker up and he bites me, like it's not good. That's not good. So I was like, fuck it, I'm just gonna kick him off the road. So I kicked him. Or I went
football.
Well, I didn't. As Stan said,
like a 3-point attempt in a fucking American football.
Stan said I punted him off the road. I did not punt him off the road.
You like shuffled him with your foot, like.
But I went to shuffle him with my foot, and he immediately flipped over onto his back. Which at first I went, "Oh shit!" But actually,
that's when you can pick him up. That's how it works in Mario.
That was better though. But that was better because then when I pushed him with my foot, he actually went across like a curling stone across the road. So these cars are watching me. Just
grab the brush.
So I'm kicking this
Someone
turtle
videoing
off the road.
this. Someone is definitely videoing this.
I kick him to the side of the road and down the ditch, and he lands upside down. I'm like, oh, for fuck's sake! So I have to go down to the ditch and I kick him the right way up.
Kick him. You like don't say kick. Sounds bad.
Kicking sounds like I wasn't kicking him. I mean, use my foot to flip him over, right? Whatever.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Persuading him with your foot.
Yeah. I mean, the worst thing is, it's like everyone's shouting animal cruelty. I'm like, I'm trying to fucking save its life, right?
Could have been worse.
But anyway, so yeah, I got him off. No, all the cars came past and they're all like giving me the thumbs up and whatever. And some lady said thank you and all this sort of stuff. So I guess everyone's like, yeah, go wildlife.
Thank you. I've never seen anyone kick a turtle before.
Kick a turtle.
Thank you for that entertainment.
I ate them too.
So yeah, that was funny. Something different.
Oh dear. Fucking turtle, random as fuck.
I even counted.
Where the fucking hell I thought they were like sea animals.
No, we have them a lot here. So like wherever there's water or lakes, or not lakes, but well, you'll see this. I guess you'll see them in the lakes too. But yeah, a lot of like swamps and rivers and whatever. I mean, I've pulled snapping turtles out fishing, right? Fucking wankers they are. They're such wankers. They are so aggressive and mean and prehistoric sons of bitches. They're awful.
Well, not as bad as skunk though.
Skunks are cute, but dead. But just
yeah, they smell bad. Or make you smell bad.
So
we missed. We need to go back. When Dave's done his thing, we need to go back and do the Would You Rather because we forgot about that. 'Cause it's in Discord.
Did we forget about it? I thought you glossed over it because it was a photograph.
It wasn't that.
Go on then, Dave. Do your bit.
So yeah. So
what you been up to?
Working mainly.
Yeah, you did that last week.
So yeah, last weekend was a complete write-off because of work. Basically, our company changed into a different company.
Is this the second or third time this has happened, or is this still the same one?
Yeah, second time it's happened in the last.
It happened 2 or 3 years ago, didn't it?
Yeah. So this we did kind of the same thing, but with a lot smaller IT team. And if they announce it's going to happen again at some point in the future, I'm just going to leave. It's just easier. It's so much stress, so I'll get some bonus, not bonus, but I'll get some overtime next month. But oh my god, it's such a ball ache. So yeah. So this whole week has basically been a write-off as well, with actual like proper mental health and sleep and everything else, because I've been full time in the office and doing extra time, and yeah, it's been horrible. So I'm going on holiday tomorrow.
Lovely.
I'm going to Isle of Wight with the missus on the bike.
Oh yeah, you said you were doing that. Yeah, well that's nice.
So it's been nice today because has been a little bit quieter, and I've actually been able to get stuff together and get bits together and sort out a timetable and everything like that. I normally like having like all of that stuff pre-planned, like weeks, months in advance. But Vic was like, "What are we actually doing?" It's like, I don't know yet. I haven't researched. I know we're going there. I know there's like places to go and things to do and things to see. And
you've got somewhere booked to stay.
I've got somewhere to stay.
Good thing about the Isle of Wight, it's not that big, so it doesn't take that long to get anywhere.
Well, that's it. Yeah. So I got the ferries sorted. I didn't even. I remembered I booked the ferry about a month and a half ago, but I forgot what time. So looked at it this morning. We have to leave at 7:30 in the morning, to have time to have a stop and then get there on time and everything. So yeah, it's all sorted now.
Where are you going from?
Southampton.
No, folk. Oh my god.
Felixstowe.
Not. Might be Felixstowe. Hang on a second.
Folkestone.
Bear with me.
Some of these don't sound like that. Felixstowe, is that not like around the corner near Dover?
Lymington. That's where we're going from.
Lymington.
So it's south of New Forest. And the reason we chose that because it's the other side of the island. So and we go through New Forest to get there. So if we want to stop and nice. Have a break on the way down, we can.
Maybe save a turtle or something.
Look at they've got wild horses there, so we like to stop.
Wild horses.
Go kick one of those off the road.
And try and pick one of them up.
Wait till it goes on its back, and we'll just kick it across. So yeah, we like stuff in Brockenhurst and Lyndhurst. There's also like really nice little sort of, I say little, they're sort of touristy towns with loads of coffee shops and stuff. It's really nice. So we might stop there. Ooh. And then we're going across, and we're going to apparently. I looked at there's a place called the Needles in the Isle of Wight, where I think there's like a little cable car that you can go down and go to a beach near it. So I
don't think we did that on our stag weekend, honestly.
I just went pub crawling.
I honestly don't even remember half of it.
That rings a bell.
Is it real? Not real.
Rule, isn't it?
I can't remember. Where did you say your stag do was?
We stayed in Ventnor.
Ventnor, right? Okay, yeah. We're just down the road from that. So I
think we got on a minibus at some point to go somewhere. I think it might have allegedly been a nightclub, but honestly, I'm not sure it was like a mainland nightclub.
Oh, it's Ryde, isn't it? It's the main place there, isn't it?
That's it, Ryde.
Yeah, maybe that's where we went.
Yeah. It kind of that. I've had a look at some pictures, and it looks like a sort of a 1950s style. The whole sort of place looks like a kind of not run down, but an aging seaside resort.
Locked in time.
The funny thing about when I moved back to England when I was 12 or whatever is that every time we went to the coast, and my parents took us everywhere, like Blackpool, Bournemouth, whatever, all the seaside places. Everywhere felt like an aging seaside resort. Yeah. I think that's like British standard, isn't it?
Yeah, but it's like it. There was a massive boom in like the 50s and 60s for all this, and then
and nothing got updated.
Why is that?
Constantly after that, they were trying to make money again, right? They just never had it. They never had the. Yeah, you're right. The boom.
Now Blackpool have like the crack addict attraction. I don't know. That's what I noticed when we went there.
Maybe that was the rise of the international holiday, right? Maybe that's exactly what it was, right? Suddenly people were able to go
The
to.
yuppies of the 80s suddenly went fucking off around Europe and the West of the world.
I don't think it's the yuppies, though, was it? Right?
They started.
They all went to the south of. They all went to Magaluf. Everyone.
Yeah.
The Club 1830 crowd.
Yeah. All right. What else?
Yeah.
We've just started our holiday planning. We've got early July off. So, because obviously that's pre-school holidays, we're going.
Yes. Oh, yes.
We're thinking we're going to go to Newquay for a week.
Is that post GCSE?
Yes, after GCSEs, but before they kids break up from school.
Yeah.
So it's like not booked out, 1, and 2, not super expensive.
Yeah.
And hopefully,
that's awesome.
3, not absolutely fucking heaving when you get there.
Yeah.
And maybe the traffic won't be quite as bad on the way there.
Or maybe it's like full of post GCSE 15 to 17-year-olds, and
that's fine. I haven't actually been to Newquay. We've been to Cornwall a few times, but I've never actually been to Newquay because it's always we get anywhere near it. It's like, fuck me, this place is absolutely rammed. Can't be asked.
Yeah, I like Newquay. I've only been there. I stayed there one night. It's nice. It's a real chilled town. I found.
Yeah.
Like it's all surfer stuff.
Apart from in the middle of like summer when it's fucking packed.
So what else? So before work kicked off, went mad. I put up a load of shelving in my garage. I got a load of the uprights.
You were talking about this.
Put them all in. Put all the brackets on. Ordered all the wood. And the wood was actually the correct size, and I measured it correctly. I was quite proud about that. And then put all that up. So
no bonus tables for the.
Well, actually, the place that I ordered it from, they used 2 sheets of 8x4. I think that's what I said, and they just gave me the offcuts. I was like, don't need them, and so we actually got quite
made a bar then.
Now I'm looking around going, where can I put a shelf? I've got to put some more shelves up. But yeah, I'm quite proud about that. I've finished that. So decking out the garage. And then I need to get a small little like patio garage shed, little plastic shed to put some stuff in outside.
Bench or a full-on shed size?
Like a half shed, like it's about what, 1.5 meters high, and a little like a meter deep or something, and just so I can put like a lawnmower and a few other bits and bobs outside, because that's all in the garage, and it just takes up space, and I want to be able to walk around the garage. So that's my next thing. What else? I've got 2 more things. Has anybody watched Fargo?
I've watched a bit of this. This is the Martin Freeman one, isn't it?
Yes, the season
I started watching this. I don't think I finished it though.
Season 1, I think I watched. Is it the one with Kirsten Dunst as well?
No, it's
or
got.
Is that season 2?
Might be season 2. Season 1 is Martin Freeman and not Tommy Lee Jones.
I know who you mean.
I'm getting confused with another series, I think.
He's the bad Santa man.
Yes.
What's his fucking name?
I know. I'm literally just.
Yeah, that's quite good actually. I forget that. I was just remembering
Billy Bob Thornton.
That's the one, yeah.
Yeah, who's a hitman, and Colin Hanks. I didn't know Tom Hanks had a son that was working.
Son?
In the. Yeah, Colin Hanks is Tom Hanks' son.
Yeah.
Has he got a brother as well? Has he not got a brother as well?
Don't know.
Maybe. I don't know.
No. I was like, but on the end of the one of the credits, I was like, this is Colin Hanks. Is he related? And yeah, he is. But obviously, he doesn't care about using his name to get into the acting gigs. He's got some half brothers apparently. Chet Hanks. Chet Hanks is a half brother.
Wow. No one knows who that is, other than Tom.
All right, what are you two babbling on about? Sorry, I was just reading
Thanks.
about Fargo. So yeah, I'm thinking of Fargo season 2. So I've seen the first 2 seasons. Yeah, I can't quite remember what happens in the first season.
He's he meets Martin Freeman
Martin Freeman does something
meets
dodgy,
Billy Bob
doesn't
Thornton.
he?
No, he's talking. Isn't he in hospital or something? He's in the waiting room at hospital or something. And he starts talking to some guy about something. And is it his wife? Is it his wife?
Well, no,
some
he's talking
guy?
about his bully because his bully
Yeah.
punched him in the face, and that's why he's in hospital, and is in the hospital, and Billy Bob is sat next to him, and then like he starts.
They
talking
just start
about,
chatting, don't they?
yeah, and basically like he says, you know, if you're unhappy, do something about it. So he goes home and accidentally smashes his wife's head in with a hammer, because she said one too many things to him, and then it goes from there. But you're kind of on Martin Freeman's side. You kind of feel sorry for him because he is kind of like
He's an anti-hero, isn't he?
He's been thrown into this situation, and like he's kind of been led along, and you can see kind of the reasons why he's a bit of a coward, and so yeah, it's kind of the whole season is like, are they going to catch him? Is he going to get found out? Is Billy Bob going to like actually kill him in the end? Billy Bob is like a proper psycho. He literally has no worth of anybody's life, and how he uses people is like the most disgusting and like the worst way of how we, if you was in the other person's situation, like they know they're gonna die, and they can see it coming, but they can't do anything about it because he puts them in the situations where like one person gets shot at by the police, but he's duct taped to a chair with a gun pointing at the door, so the cops burst into this and just shoot the guy, and it's like he can't do like it's just horrible, but like fascinating at the same time. So, but yeah, it's it's not an easy watch. I wouldn't say it's like one that would smash through like in a couple of days. We had to like watch it an episode every couple of days, and then interspersed with some nice things. But it was fascinating at the same time. So yeah, if you haven't
There's
watched
quite a
it,
few of them now. Is there not? Is there not?
It's 5 seasons.
Is there not? Yeah.
Yeah.
Is there not another one coming out or something? Did I see that? Something?
Probably. I didn't make it to past season 2, but I enjoyed both of them.
I think every season has some very big people playing their characters in it. So yeah, we'll continue watching it.
Colin Hanks.
Colin Hanks.
Hmm.
Right. And lastly, I've put looking at bikes. It's not actually looking at bikes for me. My brother's been on the prowl for a new motorbike, but
This is how it happens. Neil, are you paying attention?
Yeah.
I'm looking at bikes for them, but it's not for me. And then
next thing, next week, Dave's coming back. Bought a new bike.
Oh, well, I happened to see this.
Yeah, no, he was looking for.
How can you say no? It's exactly what you do.
Thing is, I look at new bikes or like, yeah, expensive bikes. He's got like $3,500 to play around with. So,
you buy a new bike for $3,500, can't you?
No,
you won't get a new bike, but
not like you have.
You can still get something proper.
Yeah, you can get okay. You can get something good. But like Richard, my brother's looking for an older bike, something that the problem he has is he doesn't want to spend a lot of money because he's so scared of it getting nicked or him dropping it or writing it off, and yeah, he's so
is he regular
that.
rider of bikes, or is this like his first bike or something?
No. He's had motorbikes since he was like 18, like riding Vespers and stuff. So, but I think the thing is he has.
Is it the lack of mirrors that bothers him on a normal motorbike? If he's had a Vespa.
No, it's not like proper one of those.
Like this has only got
mirrors.
17 mirrors on.
Yeah. No. His last bike, he had a Honda VTR 110, and again, he loved it, but it was just big, and he was always scared of dropping it, because he's not sort of big built or anything, and he's dropped bikes before, and he just gets annoyed with himself, especially when like he buys a bike, he drops it, and it's like the value of it is about $1.5 grand, $2 grand than it was before because it's scratched or he's broke something and he's got to replace it. So yeah, he's just after a cheap run around. Saying he's after he's looking at an 08 plate F800 GS. So not a full size GS, but still quite a big one. Still quite powerful. And yeah, they come up cheap now. So we had a look at one Wednesday, and I think he's gonna go over there and pick it up for the weekend.
So at private sales,
Nice.
are they? Or like,
Yeah,
should go
yeah,
to-
yeah. Because you look at it, same bike in a garage or a super bike. Where else? I can't remember what it's called. They just add a couple of grand on the price. And people, especially bikes that old, a lot of people buy them and they just sit around for a couple of years, and then people are like, I'll just sell it, and you get hardly anything if you sell it to a garage. So you get more money if you sell it private, and it's cheaper if you buy it private, because the garage always puts a premium on it as well. So we went out on we had a look at a couple ones, but this one we went out on Wednesday, over at Newport Pagnell, and he took it for a test ride round the block. It seemed right, it ran, nothing was falling off, so yeah,
Nice.
but yeah, it's quite fun just going to look at vehicles that you're not actually going to buy yourself.
You
Yeah, fair
didn't
enough.
venture it fit further along into the motorbike supermarket place then, which is a little bit further than into Milton Keynes.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm not a big fan of that place.
There's lots of motorbikes in there.
There is lots of motorbikes, but yeah, they most of the motorbikes in there are either repos, or bought extremely cheaply from like We Buy Any Bike, like We Buy Any Car. Yeah, and yes, there's a bit of a guarantee on them, but they put some of the prices for them are ridiculous.
Yeah, it's a big place they've
yeah.
got to pay for there.
It is a big place, yeah. I got to pay for staff and everything like that, and guarantees because they're selling it as a business. But yeah,
all right. Okay. Good.
Would you rather now?
Oh yeah. Okay. Quickly, let's get that. Come on. Where is it?
It's on the Discord.
In the
show comments.
Would you rather? Okay, this is from our wonderful #1 listener, Lord. Would you rather eat fugu, dangerous Japanese sushi fish, or eat 100 worms alive?
I assume someone's prepared the fugu properly.
Yeah, I've eaten fugu.
Yeah, probably as long as it's all right. I don't mind a little bit of a tingly mouth. That's okay.
As long as it's not going to kill me.
All right, 3 for fugu.
I think. I didn't read up on it.
I don't really want to eat 100 worms.
No,
there's a lot of worms.
There's a lot of worms. You couldn't do that in one go, I don't think. Could you eat 100
one
worms
mouthful.
in one go?
They could be little ones.
My mouth's watering, though. I don't know why. Probably because I'm going to puke. There's another one on here. Would you rather spend a month eating a different cuisine each day, including ones that you don't like, or spend a year eating your favorite meal every day? Oh, I'd have to take the different cuisine each day. That would be amazing. Something different every day.
It would be interesting. And it's only one day.
I don't want to eat the same. I can barely stand eating the same thing every week.
Wow.
Which is my life.
What's your favorite meal?
My favorite meal?
Yeah.
Probably seafood pasta.
I couldn't eat that every day for a year.
That's weird. Okay.
I've just tends to be my go-to, like a seafood linguine or something like. Yeah, I've just because I've had that. That's probably for a restaurant. Most of the time, if I see that, I will order it. And if it's done well, I had it last year at this restaurant. It was just phenomenal, just so good.
No, I would not be eating that every day. I can assure you.
Well, there you go.
Look, what about roast? Could you not eat a roast dinner every day for a year? I reckon I could eat a roast dinner every day.
I don't want to eat the same thing every day, though. Not every same thing.
I don't know. I am quite boring with my food. If I had the chance, I'd literally just eat chips and I don't know, like something that baked in the oven or air fryer that cooked the same time as the chips,
Just the chips.
like a
Mr.
battered
Chips.
chicken or something. Or I can be just the laziest. Like I have peanut butter on toast every morning, and
I have a
the
banana
missus is
largely
like,
most mornings.
how can you eat that every day? It's like she's got to have like muesli or yogurt, or she has to have a different
Did I tell
breakfast
you?
every day.
I don't know if I said this actually. I measured a portion of granola.
Right.
So I was in because they, like your cereal.
You're supposed to have like 20 grams with.
You're supposed to have a
100
certain amount, and I
milliliters
was like,
of-
and then it says how many servings are in a packet or whatever, and like my boy just like eats about a whole packet at once. So, so I measured a portion of granola. I put my bowl out, my little cereal bowl. It's called a cereal bowl. I put that on the scales, pressed the 0 button, so it says measure 0. 45 grams of granola. I was like, do, poured a couple of chunks in. I was like, that's like fucking 15 grams already. I was like, what the fuck? Put 45 grams.
You
and it just
already know it's not.
came up about an inch up the side. And it's like tiny in the middle. It's like, really? That's fuck all. I've been having a lot more than one portion of cereal every time I have cereal.
Which is why they say it's so good for you. One portion is like, like barely any salt and sugar and everything like that.
What a joke! I'll stick to my banana and my satsuma or whatever I eat, and fucking
That's good.
An apple and some yogurt maybe.
Yeah.
Thanks, Lord, for that. I'm going to shuffle us along because I'm now getting aware of the time, and I think I don't have anything to talk about, so that's fine. But you guys have got quite a bit on your list. So...
Well, they're not all going to take very long.
Okay, well, let's get going.
Who's going first then? Should I go first?
Sure. You go first.
As I've started talking.
Yes.
Blueprints, the aforementioned blueprints. I have been to room 46 and seen credits.
Ooh, okay.
The following run I did after that, I also got to room 46. So I did it twice in a row. However, because there's shit, like when you go the second time, you get to pick stuff up in room 46. Spoilers. But the things you pick up, you need to use on that run because you don't get to keep them. I didn't have enough steps to get back to where I needed to use the things. So there's quite a bit to do, it turns out, after you get to room 46 for the first time.
Right.
Which all involve... You need to go back to room 46 at least 8 times, I think. To complete all these other bits and bobs.
That'd have been it for me.
Did you listen to? Did you listen to Veteran Gamers this week? Because I think Chinny was talking about it. He's basically just. What did he call it?
I can't remember what he said now.
Did he say it was like Thief of Time or something like that?
Time Thief, something like that. But yeah, it's like I reckon he's going to have played it more by the time he comes around this week.
Yeah, maybe.
Because you can't resist it. You're like, I just want to fucking know that. I want to do that now. I want to do that thing that I know I could. I know what I need to do, and now I want to do it. And there's a lot of those things.
What number run you're on?
You get a day.
Right.
Each run is a day. I'm still only in the 30s.
Oh, okay. Right. Okay.
But yeah, runs can last quite a long time. I had run. It was fucking mega long. It was like I had 180 steps or something I used in that day. Obviously, you only start the game with 50 steps, supposedly. Right. There's things that happen that you get in the game and each run, or maybe you get more steps if you do stuff permanently. And the more you play, the more you learn, the more little things you like. But it's still a bit RNG, and it might just stitch you up. Where you think you're going to do it, and then he goes, "Here's a room that you can't use, or you don't want to use, and here's another room you don't really want to use, and here's the third room that's going to fuck you completely," and you're like, "You bastard!" And you don't have the re-rolls or what have you can anymore, or you don't have the gems. Here's the room that you can use, but you don't have the right number of gems. It'll let you carry on. You're like, fuck. I've nearly filled out the whole 45 block twice. I've got like 2 spaces left a couple of times. That's an achievement to fill the whole thing.
Okay. Was that every room type?
Every room tile filled.
Yeah.
After 45.
Right.
But yeah, I haven't uninstalled it yet. So it'll be one of those things. I probably won't play it for a little while, and then just go like, let's go and see if I can do what I can do on this run.
Right.
You know, because it's like that. It's that roguelike light, whatever type of thing
Yes.
where you can just, you know, a run's not particularly quick, or it can be quick. You can stitch yourself quite quickly if you make poor choices. But like I say, there's ways to you can't manipulate it exactly, but you can. There's certain things you find out, like
yourself.
the lavatory is a dead end room, right? And it's a bit of a thing. Like the longer you play the game, without putting it down, the more likely you are to need the lavatory. So it comes up more often towards the end if you haven't used it.
Oh, okay.
So it's a good if you like. You need to get some dead ends out of the way.
Right.
Because there's I don't know how many dead end rooms there are, but it's advantageous. Like you've got like this a 5x9 grid. So if you go left or right, it's good as it's advantageous potentially to dead end a few routes early on, as long as you're leaving yourselves other ways up. Right. Sort of like a branching out thing. So like go out to the sides and dead end each of them, and then sort of try and go up and branch out and dead end a few left and rights. But it doesn't always pan out.
No.
Because that's the RNG business.
You might put yourself into a corner.
Yeah. So. So yeah, I have finished it, inverted commas, but I ain't finished with it. So.
What's your hour count, do you reckon?
It's not mega. No. I could probably look it up on Xbox, but.
Oh yeah, of course you're on Xbox.
On Game Pass.
So you will be going back to it then?
Yeah, I'm definitely going to play a bit more of it, but it's not going to be like I was literally playing it every day.
Not priority now, right?
No, I've got other things now. I've got to get and finish Avowed. Is the next thing I've got to do.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Go on then. Wait a second, Avowed.
That's on Xbox.
Isn't that the one you've been playing for ages?
Yeah, it's been quite a while. It's quite a long game, it turns out.
All right.
Still fun though.
I thought you'd have that done by now.
Yeah, so did I, but no, I haven't. It's still quite a lot to do.
All right.
I think I must be near the end. I'll tell you one of the game I'm not going to play. I don't think, even though I downloaded it, I'm not going to play Oblivion. I don't think. There's too many other games that are too big. Yeah, I'm not playing that. Not playing that just now.
No, don't blame you.
I've got a few games. Oh look, Grand Theft Auto 5 or something.
Come
Blueprints.
on.
All right, I'm getting there.
Nobody wants to know this. Not for the
amount
of time
it's taking. It doesn't tell me. Anyway.
Oh, well,
so yeah, Avowed.
Just make a number up then.
Maybe 20 hours, probably.
Bullshit. More than that.
Oh, fuck
off. I've seen you playing it more than that.
Yeah,
you can't find out. Anyway, don't worry about it. Go on to Avowed. Go on.
Avowed, I've been playing for, I don't know, a couple of months now since it came out.
Yeah.
Still really like that. Ooh, okay, something weird just happened. Sorry if that went weird on the screen, but Ubisoft fucking popped up for some reason.
Right.
So, where am I? Fourth area, is it? It's a dwarfy area that I'm in now.
A little people area.
Well, I think they are technically dwarves because it's fantasy. So I think you're allowed to call them dwarves.
Right.
But mate, I stand to be. Oh yeah, Chinny's definitely played this again. By the way, Blueprints. 23 hours ago, he's playing Blueprints. Spoilers for the veteran gamers.
Are you going to go on the show this week?
No, don't think. I haven't asked to.
No, don't ask. You're a Duke giving it all the. Come on, everybody. We need plan. Fuck off. We'll just turn up on the day.
So yeah, Avowed continues to be fun. I've got. What was I using? I still use my wand and my book quite a lot as my main loadout sort of thing.
I was going to say, don't use a controller to play it with.
No, I don't use a controller. Mouse and keyboard. Very funny. my alternate loadout's changed from a sword and a shield, a fiery sword that was burning.
Fiery
that
sword.
to set things on fire, which was handy to have. It set like spider webs on fire, which is quite good. But I've got other ways to deal with that now. Also, I now got this mace thing, which glows purple. And when you kill things that are enemies that are nearby it get poisoned, so it's quite good in that regard.
What, on the death blow it poisons?
Like when you
nearby?
wallop something to kill it, if there's an enemy next to it, they get poisoned as well.
I like
So,
it.
Yeah, it's good. I like it. It's quite powerful as well. It's good.
Yeah, I'm on board with
good.
that.
A gift hefty thwack when you wallop things with it as well. So like a good when you wallop something in the head or whatever. Yeah. So I like my mace. Oh, okay. I've played 34.8 hours of Blueprints, it turns out. Anyway, Valve, yeah, so I feel like I'm getting near the end. So hopefully by next week I might have finished it. But we'll see. But yeah, still loving the combat, still love the... I like, unlike other people, I do actually pay attention to some of the story bits. Some of it's a bit annoying. But yeah, Avowed is good if you haven't played it and you like RPGs, like I guess Skyrim-y type first-person RPGs. Might want to try it.
All right.
That's my two big ones that I've done, so I haven't really talked about them that much. So it's been quite good.
Why don't we go then on to Dave for some of his other ones, because then finish on the one you guys share.
Yeah. So I know it's Crime Scene Cleaner came on Xbox Game Pass.
Yeah.
The other day. I'd never played it.
No.
Before, so I fired it up. Well, I played it via the.
I can't believe you've never played Crime Scene Cleaner before.
I know. What did I played it by pressing the.
Play now, like cloud streaming.
Yeah, the cloud streaming thing.
Oh yeah.
Brilliant. What brilliant.
All right. Yeah, it's fine, isn't it?
Is that on your PC?
Yeah. I was well impressed with it.
My LG TV told me the other day it's got Xbox Game Pass on it now. So I could just play it on my TV with a controller.
That's crazy, isn't it? Yeah. So I was playing it through there with a controller. Got through the first 2 levels. 100% at the first level. Pretty easy.
Is this like slightly more grim Power Wash Simulator?
Yeah. Pretty much. Yeah. Yeah. You're cleaning up bodies and wiping blood off the ceiling and stuff. Yeah. But not so much with the power washing. There is a power washer, but it's sort of a limited. You've got to keep refilling it. It's more like buckets and bleach that you put in the buckets to make the water more potent to wipe the blood off, and then you got to keep squidging the sponge into the bucket, and then it gets too bloody, so you got to refill the bucket. Yeah, otherwise you're just smearing blood all over the walls again.
Well, you don't want to do that.
No. Yeah, it's good. It's a pretty shit story.
There is a story.
There is a story. You don't really.
What was there? Was another game?
Visceral Cleanup Duty.
No, there was Serial Cleaner. Where did you play Serial Cleaner?
No.
That was like you had to go around. It was like what's this like first person?
First person. Yeah.
Like so, it's like Power
kind
Wash.
Physically based. Yeah.
But Serial Cleaner, you were like it was like a top down like view of, and you had like it wasn't particularly great graphics, but you like have to walk around and clean up shit without getting spotted by all these other people that were walking around and stuff like that.
Oh, okay. Like a clean up Metal Gear Solid, like
sort of, I guess.
Sneaking job. No, this is so yeah, you just get sort of put into an area, and you got to clean up and remove objects. What's it called? Like guns and knives and
evidence.
Evidence. Yeah. The link the back to the murderer, because you're basically you're sort of you're working for.
You're working for the bad guys.
You're working for
the
bad
cleaner,
guys.
right? You're Harvey Keitel.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. Yeah. So and then like you can find secret rooms or yeah, like hidden bodies like in cupboards and stuff. And it's all because you're looking where the blood is being smeared, and you put UV lights and you can find handprints
among other things.
on places. Yeah, yeah. And you've got to set all the furniture back. So the first level I 100%ed. The second level I was a bit pissed off because there was a broken piece of something, but it was in the wall and you couldn't actually get to it at all. I was like, so yeah, that was a bit annoying. But yeah, it's a really good game. Played it with the on what was it called? I don't know. It's just a picture of a cloud play. On the Xbox, brilliant, loved it. Yeah, I'm probably play a bit more. I'd say it's like a the Power Wash Simulator. It's just you
Busy
don't think,
working.
you just yeah. The amount of times I've accidentally kicked over my bucket, because you put your bucket on the floor and then like you use it, like you got to get your sponge or your mop. But if you go close to it, you kick it over. You got to go fill it back up. I was like, you fucker. And there's an achievement that you've kicked over your bucket 15 times on accident. Yeah, I thought it was quite funny.
Nice.
But yeah, I like that.
I've downloaded that, but I haven't had a go.
Crime Scene Cleaner.
You don't need to download it. Just play it on CloudPlay.
This is true, but I have already downloaded it, so I might as well play.
The other game that I played is on Steam. Was on Steam. Is on Steam. It's a playtest of a game called Over the Top World War One. It's basically a first-person shooter based in World War One.
Is
it's
it
alright.
like Hell Let Loose? I mean,
kind of. It's
where you have to build fortifications and all that stuff.
You dig fortifications, and there's already pre-placed fortifications, and it's a bit like a lot of these other games where you just choose the soldier type, which determines your loadout. Depending on how well you do, you can buy different loadout options for things. It's okay. I would have thought the game would be free. I don't think it's going to be free.
It is free, isn't it? I thought it was going to be a free-to-play game.
Oh, is it? Okay.
I thought it said. I might have got that wrong, but I thought it said it was going to be free to play. I might have.
At the moment, there's a free play test. Yeah, it's okay. Like I think it's like 36 and 30 versus 36. The maps are quite big.
Yeah.
But they do quite well to sort of move all the action into different areas at different times. There's a few different modes. There's definitely a conquest and a sort of a staggered conquest where you take one flag and then you fight over the next one.
Sounds definitely like a Battlefield mode.
Yeah, yeah. It is quite Battlefieldy in that respect, but it's good because it's it's pushing the conflict into one area. There's vehicles. There's some of the types of loadouts you can choose. Include like things like mortars or gun emplacements. But also there's snipers. So once somebody on the other team is good with a sniper, your game's fucked. Yeah, yeah. So but they are limited. They're like the specialized classes where they're obviously overpowered, and I don't know if it does it in real time. It gives or removes the maximum amount of those types of players, those loadouts available to your team. So
they should make it very restrictive on ammo for a sniper, and that's how to stop it. Quite annoying.
Yeah, I think they are. There is a few mechanics in there that they restrict everyone just being a sniper and like just being the long game. So yeah, I think you only get 20 bullets as well, but 20 bullets as a sniper.
20 kills is quite a lot for a sniper.
20 kills is quite a lot. Yeah, exactly. So yeah, there is definitely a few more things. There's only 3 or 4 maps at the moment.
But it's only a playtest.
It's only a playtest, so yeah, it's quite good, quite fun. I've been enjoying playing it. Yeah.
Not that many World War One games, I suppose. But
No, it did remind me of Verdun
yeah.
a little bit, but that was more I don't know, more fieldy. To say it. It was more like trench warfare. That
What
one.
have I seen?
This is not so much trench warfare, but sort of.
Is this the one? It's got destructive battlefields. Is this that one?
Yes.
I saw a video.
Yes.
Yeah, so the battlefield looks very different by the end of a match than it did.
It can do, yeah. Yeah.
So that's interesting.
That is interesting, yeah. But at the same point, it's like the action is always funneled in the same way on the same guns. Like so, you say it's the field change. It's predictably changing because the battles run the same way. Well, depending on how far you get through it, whether it's been defended or attacked well. So yes,
that's got crap World War One tanks though. Is that right?
It has crap World War One tanks. Yeah.
The sort of one-man tank thing. It's like that's so shit.
Yeah, or it has the 6-man one where there's a gun in placement on the fronts and backs, and it's like
just beats everybody.
But again, they're flimsy. They're extremely powerful if you know what you're doing with them. But if you just try and sort of rock into town, a couple of grenades and it's gone. It's like, so yeah, it's good.
Okay,
all right.
Do you want to talk about?
I'll do my last one before the other one.
Yeah.
So it's May the 4th in a couple of days. I don't know if you noticed that. So everything Star Wars is on sale, including Star Wars Outlaws, which is the big Ubisoft Star Wars game.
Sorry, did you just say this was on sale?
It's on sale, half price.
There's a demo.
And there is a demo, which I don't think there was before.
Okay. It's on Steam, the demo.
It's on Steam, but yes, as I referred to earlier, Ubisoft suddenly loads up now.
Right.
When I think randomly, I'm like, I don't know why it opened the Xbox app and the Ubisoft thing opened. I can't remember. Oh, they've just, I don't know what I've connected Ubisoft to on there that suddenly made it pop up earlier. Which is quite annoying. Anyway, Star Wars Outlaws. So it's Star Wars, but it's not really. It's a Ubisoft game with a Star Wars skin. It would seem. From what I played, I only played maybe 20 minutes.
What game have they skinned?
All of their games are the same.
Oh.
So you're a smuggler, K, and you've got a little pet that helps you. Helps you, inverted commas, because I didn't find it very fucking helpful at all for quite a while, the bit that I played. So I'm literally playing the tutorial, and I didn't even bother finishing the tutorial because it was fucking pissing me off. So you're in a spaceship chatting, chat. You land on a Tatooine, and you're supposed to meet some person. You're looking for some guy called Hoss. And you meet this other person. She's the sheriff of this town, she's the only person in town. And some bounty hunters turn up, some bounty hunters, 3. She shoots all of those while you watch on. And then 2 more turn up, which you shoot immediately. Not very hard. So then you have a little chat. And you have to go off and look for clues for this person. So it sends you to this building. So you go in this building, and it says you need to turn the power on to open this door. So you see, there's a sort of half-open door, and you can see like a dead body in there. And it's like, oh, is that them? Blah blah blah. Oh, we need to get the power on. So it starts telling you to do things. One of the things is you have to look at this box and hold L1 or LB or whatever, and get your pet to open the shutter. But the amount of times I was looking at it and held L1 and it would not be pointing at it, and all of a sudden it wouldn't be pointing at the thing, and it would be like, and then your little pet, you click thing to do it, and it doesn't do it. It sits on the fucking floor going, meh, meh, meh. And I'm like, you're fucking pissing me off now. Can you just open a fucking shutter? Because it doesn't.
Right, look,
you can't
sorry,
just.
can I interrupt
you can't
here
just
for a
stop it. It has to continue doing its fucking whiny little bullshit before it has to finish doing what it's doing before you can tell it to do something else. It's like, oh, for fuck's sake.
Right. Sorry, can I just interrupt? I have to apologize. I committed to my son that I would be done by 6. He needs a lift to the train station, so I got to go and take him to the train. He's got to wait in the car already. That's so. Once Neil's finished bad mouthing Star Wars and told us how shit it is, and anyway, I'm gonna leave you to it. Can I just? Sorry, I gotta go.
Okay.
So
fine.
So you guys will wrap it up and kick Craig out unless I'm back in time and you guys are still going on about your own.
Well, I don't think it's going to take that long.
All right. Okay. Well, look, I made it this far.
Well done.
I'll say my goodbyes and leave you in their capable hands. I'm sorry, guys. I'll catch up with you in a bit.
All right. We'll see you soon.
Mate.
Cheers. Is he going to boot his camera
off? Wait.
No, he's not switched his camera off. Not switched his camera. What is he doing?
Looks like he's shutting down.
Okay, well, he's not doing it.
Right.
Right, he's just going to leave a Fraser's chair on the screen because otherwise it's going to mess up the screen. Anyway, so that was annoying. The little pet thing that would not fucking do what I wanted it to do. Because you've got a blaster with 2 modes, like a death mode and like a stun mode. And then I needed to open this shutter thing.
Right.
And while it was open, I had to shoot it with the the ion bolts. So I thought I'd done that. And I did it fuck knows how many times. And it's like, this doesn't seem to be doing anything. There was no obvious sign that nothing happened to say you've done that. So then I noticed there was another little part of this, because it's a half dark, when you've got like a torch when you're looking around sort of thing. And then there was a little ramp down. So I was like, oh, I'll trot down there, see what's down. Oh, that's where I found the dead body. So I'd already fucking tried to shoot something, and it wasn't doing it.
Right.
And the little fucking pet thing had already pissed me off about 20 times. So then I went down the ramp, and I was like, it says you can scan around the room, and it'll show you things you can interact with. I was like, okay, so I'll do that. And it's like, oh, there's 2 things on the ceiling that look like the things that I was shooting at in the thing. So I shot them, both of them. Nothing's fucking happening. No power's coming on. I'm like, what the fuck am I supposed to do here? I don't understand what I'm supposed to do. Nothing's telling me what I'm supposed to do. It feel like that should have done something. It's not done anything. So I go to run back up the ramp that I came down, and now the fucking door's shut behind me, and I can't get through it. And I'm like, what the fuck? I'm like, fuck this game. I'm done with it. It's fucking shit. It's either bugged or what? I don't know. It's fucking shit. So I've turned it off and fucking uninstalling it. So I won't be buying that.
Yeah.
So that was that.
Fair enough. You know, it's one of them.
I was like, it did nothing but piss me off for about 25 minutes. So I was like, fuck this. I'm not playing it.
No, good on you.
And didn't feel great to play either. The shooting didn't feel good. And the speeder thing did not feel good either. So there we go.
Okay.
At least they didn't spend hundreds of millions of pounds on that game. So
yeah, I was actually quite interested in looking.
Maybe you give it a go. Maybe you'll have better luck with it. But oh, fuck it. It was sucked. So,
fair enough.
And even though you get it on Steam, it still wants you to connect to Ubisoft Connect. So every time you open it, it opens Ubisoft and goes, "Oh, we need to sign in." I'm like, oh, for fuck's sake. Anyway, that was that. That's like, we've only got the one game left.
Yes.
Is that right?
It is right.
Clair Obscur Expedition 33.
I'm glad you said it.
It's French.
Yeah. You got to say it with a French accent.
So that was about as French as it gets.
Right.
I didn't do the expedition, I guess. Is that a thing in French? I don't know if that's a French word. It doesn't sound like it.
You said it. You made it sound French.
The Ision sounds French, but I don't know if that's actually a word in French. And it sounds like there might be some letters missing or added if it was actually French. Who knows?
Should have asked Fraser to ask him.
Yeah, he doesn't know any French.
No, he's been to Toronto, so.
Yeah. Anyway, so this is the big new JRPG.
This is the big new game.
It's not. We'll say big new. It's big and it's new, but it's not. It's only 30, 40 quid in it, 40 quid game.
Yeah.
Full price. So it's not a big game, inverted commas, but it's suddenly becoming quite popular.
Yes.
And like well regarded amongst critically acclaimed, let's put it that way, shall we say. And it does appear to be quite popular with the punters as well.
So I read a few articles and reviews on it, and it wasn't glowing.
Right.
So I was like, okay. But then I'd heard and read that, like, and it's on Steam, like, very positive reviews, and it's on the high, like, top selling parts on Steam.
Yeah. Sold 1 million copies or something. I saw.
Yeah.
Quite quickly.
Yeah. Yeah. So I played it on Game Pass. I don't know how you played it.
Yeah, I don't buy games.
No. What did you think? Because I bounced off it.
I didn't bounce off it. This is one I was like, I'm going to come back to this when I finished Avowed, because I like what I've played in a way. There's a couple of things I'm a bit like, I feel like I need to play this regular to get good.
Right.
Because, well, the story, there's a bit of a long drawn out introduction to build the sort of story up. But basically, there's this like weird, she's called the Paintress, this figure that basically every year decides that everyone of a certain age is going to die immediately. I don't know if it just ticks down by one every year, because it was on 34 when the game starts, and then it kicks to 33 and loads of people just like puff into flames like, what's his name? Thanos Click style. It's not, they're sort of going to like petals and shit and float away, just disappear. So that's pretty bad. She seems like a bit of a twat. But every year they send an expedition to try and stop this shit happening. And you are part of the next expedition. And you go with your party of... There's quite a few of you, it seems, to start with. But lots of them just get fucked up as soon as you land on the shores of this Paintress's land, or whatever it's called. I don't know. So yeah, there's just the two of you left to start with, to stroll through this new land with weird monsters.
So you got to that bit?
Yeah.
I quit before that.
I played a bit more of that.
I was so bored. It took about an hour to get to that.
It's quite a long, like I say, quite a long, like you have to go and talk to this person, that person, blah, blah, blah. It's worth talking to some of the people and getting the coins, I guess, to get some of the little trinkets that you get, I guess. I don't know, I've got 3 things off of the traders or whatever. But when you start actually playing the game, did you actually have a fight with the young girl? Was the tutorial fight?
Yeah, I had 2 fights. First one I won, second one I didn't.
Yeah, first one's like a piece of piss, and then she starts trying in the second fight, and it's like, oof, yeah, now it's getting serious. Yeah. It took me 2 or 3 times to beat her for the second time again.
Right.
But that's like the proper combat tutorial, because it's a turn-based combat.
It's a turn-based with active.
But yes, like you have active turn-based, I guess you call it, because you choose to do your attacks. It doesn't appear that they can do anything to defend themselves against whoever you do. But when they attack you, you can either dodge or parry their attacks.
Yes.
And you need to learn the patterns, the timing of each fight, it would appear, because each enemy has different attacks. And so the timing is key. The parry, I don't know. Because also what happens in the fights, if you do a certain type of damage to someone, it tells you that the enemy is either attacking, just says it's attacking, which is normal. It also then says it's attacking quickly, which I guess means you need to adjust your timing of your dodges and your fucking parry, because you need to be quicker. And it says sometimes it's attacking slowly. So obviously you need to do that. So there's all this shit going on. There's a lot to deal with in the combat. The combat's quite fun.
What I got from the combat is it's fucking bullshit, and like how the fuck are you supposed to work out if like because all the timing is completely different. So I obviously missed that part of it, and I did.
So
see that
there's a
bit.
bit to deal with in the combat, and initially I was like, oh, I'm dodging way too early, and like I'll dodge out of the way, and then just, as I come back in, they just fucking twat me in the face. It's like bollocks.
Sometimes I was dodging like 3 or 4 times before they actually attacked. I was like,
but some of the attacks are
hell?
really easy to read, and some of them are like much harder to read. But like I say, so like it says it's got Souls-like elements, and this is the Souls-like part.
well.
Yeah. So this is the bit Souls-like where it's like the dodging and the parrying in the combat, which you clearly like. You need to learn fucking quick in some of the fights. But I think from what the gist I get is because I got onto this lad, like I say, and you're trotting around, you do a few fights, do a few different enemy types, and there's a point in the game where I went right, and it was like this is like a big fucking health bar turned up. I was like, oh, it's like a fucking serious boss fight here. And it absolutely caned me, and I kept going back there, going, "Oh, I must be away. I was just fucking this. I can't just keep fucking up the timing on the dodge." And then I read up, and it's like, yeah, if you go there, that's a boss. You can do it if you're good enough at the timing and all that, but you don't need to go there. That's not a thing to do now. That's the thing to come back to later on. I was like, okay, I'm fucking going the other way then, and that's the way the main path is. So if you hit that boss, it's like a fucking, I don't know what they remind me of something of another game. Like visually, it's very nice. I turned a load of the other effects off because the film grain went immediately and the motion blur went, and it makes it look a lot nicer.
Yeah. I thought it just like very much similar to Final Fantasy with.
Yeah, I think it's Final Fantasy, modern Final Fantasy, but
yeah,
I haven't played the remakes, but it's better than what I played at 15. The combat's more interesting, and it's a different vibe, like story-wise, and that they swear in French.
Do
but they? Otherwise, the dialogue is English. No, they swear in French. So
I don't know
it's French. Don't know any French swearing?
No.
You must know what shit is in French.
No, see, I go to German.
I don't know what shit is in German, to be fair.
Scheiße.
Oh, yeah, of course I do. I do know what shit is in German.
Yeah, no, I think I know more French than I do, but when I actually think about it, I know more German than yeah. It's really weird.
Anyway, so I haven't played loads, but I did do a few fights, and I was starting to get the hang of it. But I was a bit like, I think I need to put this on hold until I finish Avowed, because Avowed's like I've played loads of that, and I need to get it done. And if I'm playing this at the same time, it's just another game that I've got to fucking play. Or else I need to fucking mainline Avowed and get it done. I'm like, I say this about Avowed, but like, I'm going to try and mainline the story quest. But I'm like, this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to go to that point on the map, which is the main quest. And on the way there, something happens, and I go completely the other direction, basically, and start doing another quest. Because it's just fucking, I just like it. I like the lands, I like the world it's created, and
typical Ubisoft. Is it Ubisoft?
No, it's not Ubisoft. It's Obsidian. Obsidian is Avowed, but they don't. There's not like shitloads of markers. Well, there can be a few markers on the map, but you have to pick up the quests first. It's not like, I didn't like Star Wars, but I do like Avowed a lot, and I might not get on with Clair Obscur Expedition 33 in the end, but
I don't know. You sound like you do.
I do kind of like it. I do.
Like
it's got something about it. Yeah, it's nice. It's very nice looking. Like I say, when you turn the film grain off and the motion blur, I'm like, oh, now it looks like a fucking modern video game. So that's what I recommend you do with that if you're on PC. Turn that bullshit off. And the combat is there's enough going on. I like the attacks you do are cool. Some cool effects and stuff like that. And like I say, the defending part of it, I've just got to get my head around a bit. Some of the dodges I've got, there's a couple of attacks, but it's quite obvious. It's like some things going on the ground. It's like 1, 2, 3, dodge.
Right.
Whereas others were just like, there's a guy who's just takes a big swing back with this thing, and at some point he's going to come and try and twat you with it. But it's like, he's not moving, he's
Yeah.
not moving, and I dodge, and he's fucking not moved, and as I come back, he goes bosh in my head, and I'm like, fuck. So it seems like it's taken forever for him to take his attack, but yeah. So we'll see. More to come on that, I think. But it might literally, but I might play it for 10 minutes and go, fuck this, I'm not playing it anymore. But I heard
Yeah.
the end of Act 2, there's a boss that's an absolute wanker, and it's really fucking hard. So I'm
Right.
like,
Sounds like your kind of game, actually.
yeah, maybe. If you get into these games, you can get on with it. But I like the combat so far. It's just gotta, like I say, I've got to be in it, or like play it over and over and over, get your head in the game, kind of thing. Because otherwise, I'm going to be fucking shit at it. If you just come back and play it for an hour here and there, it doesn't feel like the right thing to do. It feels like you need to give it some time and attention to really reap the rewards. So we'll see.
Lovely.
But that's all the games.
Yeah, you definitely sound like you've done better than I did on that one.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
awesome.
Well, I guess you're not going to play it anymore then.
No, again, that was
Okay.
another one that I played with cloud storage. So I
Oh,
didn't even
okay.
have the I didn't
Oh,
even
maybe
have
the cloud thing wasn't helping with your timing.
No, I don't think it was that. No. Yeah. No, that's the good thing about it is that I don't have the guilt of downloading because I don't know how big it is, like probably 30 odd gig, I
I
think.
don't think it's that big actually for one
Is
of
it
these.
not?
Because the way it looks and everything, I'm surprised it wasn't absolutely enormous. Like Oblivion was 120 gigabytes, which apparently does look good, but it's just Oblivion underneath.
No, yeah.
So,
So yeah, that's right. All right, well let's wrap this up. Let's sign out and then oh dear.
leave him to do the editing.
Leave him to do the editing and make it upload. What time is it now? 10 past. I think I've got to be up at 6:30, 7.
Ooh,
So
rather you than me.
yeah, long day tomorrow. At least I'm not working. Shall I do my sign off?
Go on then.
And we'll call it a night. Right. Thank you for listening to the Seal Podcast. If you'd like to ask questions and get involved, please contact us on our web form, which is at sealpodcast.com. You can also contact us via email, which is sealpodcast@gmail.com, or join us on our Discord server. A link is pinned on various social media sites. We have YouTube and Twitch channels, which we upload and stream to. We've had some chatters.
Lord and Mint Safe were in the chat. That's it tonight.
Somebody
Relatively
subscribed
quiet.
as well, didn't they?
It was Lord. Lord subscribed.
Lord, thanks you,
again.
Lord. Always appreciated. We haven't had an update about subscriptions or monies for a while, have we?
It's because it's gone to me now. We haven't had any money. Like, we had a bit of money, but it's basically paid for the website and hosting.
Oh, okay. Lovely. Right. Well, let's sign us off. Thank you for listening.
Yeah, we'll hopefully see you next week, I guess. Are you about next week then or not?
I am about next week. Yeah,
Okay.
I'll be a bit more bright and alert next week because I'm
We'll be
absolutely
refreshed
fucked at the moment.
Yeah, no worries.
So cool. Right. Thanks a lot, and I'll speak to you next week.
Yeah, we'll see you soon.
Bye.
Bye.